So I'm going to call Tyrone's my manager, and here's a folder now. So you right click, click new folder, and now you have a folder on the screen. Now, what I want to do is I want to make sure that all emails from Tyrone that come into my email are sent to that folder, because that's where I want to see them, and that way I don't miss any emails from Tyrone. I want to make sure that they're organized in there. So let's just type in Tyrone's name here. So I want to look for somebody, so I click on from. So I want to look for Tyrone. Tyrone, here we go. Now so when you get an email from Tyrone, I want to right click on the email and go to rule. Under rules, you have the options. You want to move emails that are from Tyrone. So you click on that, always move from. And you want to select the folder that we just created. So you scroll up under an inbox, and you click on Tyrone's name, then you click OK. What it's doing now, it's moving all the emails that are regarding Tyrone into that folder. Now we'll go to the folder that has Tyrone's name. You'll see all the emails from Tyrone all in that folder. And any future emails that will come, they will go to that folder. This way, you have your emails organized from specific people in certain folders that you want to keep track of. Especially if it's your manager, it would be a good idea. Now, when you're creating an email, we're going to go ahead. Now, I want to send an email to Tyrone, which is my manager, but I also want to send an email to my director about a specific subject. But now, I don't want Tyrone to see that I sent a copy to my director, for whatever reasons. So what we do is we go under the options and we click on BCC. Now once we have BCC selected, you'll have another field here. In this field, you will enter, say, the person you want, so in my case Steve Moore, my director, and you will be able to send an email to Tyrone without Steve Moore. Without him seeing that you sent also a copy of it to Steve Moore. And this BCC will stay regardless in future messages. Now, so when you open another email and you want to send another, you don't have to go back to the options to select BCC. There will be a field there available to you. So if I send this email now to Tyrone as a test email, he will not see that it was sent to Steve. So BCC is something good if you want to make sure that other person is aware with the other person knowing that they're aware. And so there's no subject. Put a subject, test, or training. And we'll click send. So once Tyrone receives the email, he won't know that Steve Moore has that email as well. So let's go back to the PowerPoint presentation. Okay. So now we know how to create a rule in order to move stuff into different folders automatically. So cleaning up our emails. Now that's a big thing at Mosaic because we're all consistently calling the service desk up to upgrade our sizes for our emails. Now there's a better way. Now we learned how to clean up a conversation. That's one way. I'm going to reiterate that again just to make sure we remember it. So how to also ignore an email. Now you may ask, well, why would I want to ignore an email? Another thing we're going to go through is archiving and cleaning up our mail. So we're going to go back to Outlook. So there's a few ways to do archiving. Now there's two ways, main ways. So either you can archive automatically, or you can archive on your own when you want to archive. Now we're going to go and we're going to show you two ways. Now we're going to go to the file. This is a back view here, and we're going to go to Cleanup Tools and click on Archive. Now we want to make sure that we archive this folder and all subfolders in case you haven't. So in this case, how you can tell is if you click on the arrow, you'll see, oh, we do have a subfolder. So in this case, and make sure that include items that do not auto-archive are checked. So this will make sure that it archives everything that you need in Outlook. And now, so archive items older than, and then you can select the certain date that you want. So Tuesday, so basically any date. So we're going to go May 1st. And once you click OK, and then you go to your send and receive, it will archive all your items into your archives. Another way is to go to folders, and then you want to have an auto archive setting. So we want to click on auto archive. So now in this way, so you want files older than, say, let's just say once a week. So we'll go into weeks, go 1, and you can select once a month, it's up to you, and then hit apply. And now your emails will archive once a week. Any questions so far?
How do you get to your archived documents?
Okay. So there's a few ways. So let's just say you open your Outlook and you don't see an archive folder, right? You want to have an archive. So what you can do is you click on New Item. This is the quickest way of doing it. Click on New Item. You go to More Items. And then you want to go all the way down to the very bottom, click on the Outlook data file. Once you click on the Outlook data file, this will give you the option to create an archive file. Now I want to name the archive file, say, my backup or my backup emails. Let's just say, okay. Now once you click OK, this will create an archive email here. Now let's just say you already have an archive folder, because it creates one when you first do the archiving thing. So when you go to, let's go back to the archiving. So when you go back to archive, it already has a default folder called archive.pst. Now if you just want to use that, that's fine too. I'll show you how to get that. So let's just say you don't have your archive folder, but you know you have an archive. It does say it's archiving there, and you want to know where your emails are. So you go to your file, and then you want to go to Open, and then you open Outlook data file PST. So the keywords is the .pst. If it's a .pst, then it is an archive file. That's what you want to look for. Ignore anything that says OST or anything else, or ICS or VCS or anything else. So PST is what you're looking for. And now open an Outlook data file. So when you click on that, it'll bring you back to that same folder, and you click on the archive folder that you want. So once you go there, you can simply click on the archive folder that you want and click on Open. Once you click on it, Open, this will bring it down to the bottom on the left-hand corner, and you'll have your archive in here. Simply, if there's no folders, you simply go in there, and you'll see your emails in your archive folder. Or if there are folders, it'll just simply replicate what you have in your inbox. Now, another thing, way to clean out your inbox, we know this for sure. So, let's just say we go to the normal view from here. So we're this way. Now you see the little square folder list at the bottom here, or Control+6. But let's just click on the folder list at the bottom. Click on the folder list, and you'll see something that says Sync Issues. Now you'll see the little arrow next to it. You click on that, and this will give you any conflicts or issues. Now these are server conflicts. They have nothing to do with you. You can delete any of these, and nothing will happen. So in this case, he has this much. You can select all of them. You're not going to delete anything from your inbox. You're not deleting anything. These are just server things in the background that you can delete. So you delete them, and delete the conflicts. These have nothing to do with your inbox. You won't delete anything. You won't harm anything. Delete everything that you need. Now they'll go in your deleted items, and then you can empty your deleted items. Also to note that your deleted items does count towards your inbox. So if you have 1,000 deleted items, you think, well, why is my inbox full? Well, check your deleted items. If it's not empty and you have 1,000, that's still going to count towards your email space. Okay. Now let me just go back to my PowerPoint just to make sure that we've covered everything so far. Okay. So we talked about ignoring someone or ignoring a conversation. Let's make sure we put that correctly. Ignoring a conversation. Now let's just say somebody sent me an invitation to go to a barbecue. Now I've already replied saying I don't have time for the barbecue, I'm not going to the barbecue. But there's always replies to the barbecue back and forth, where is it going to happen, but I'm not going. I already said I'm not going. So you select the conversation that has the barbecue, you select the original message, let's make sure it's still in conversation mode, that's correct. And let's make sure that the, well, sorry about that. Okay. So when you select the conversation, you have the home screen, you click ignore. Now this is what this will do. If you're not going to the barbecue, and I've already said, and it's an email you don't want to see anymore, even if people are replying to that specific email regarding the barbecue and you're not going, it will automatically send those emails that are replies to those things into your deleted items. So regardless of what they reply to, and they keep going, they send it to 100 people and 50 people keep replying to the barbecue, it will no longer come into your inbox, but go into your deleted items. And if it's a junk mail that you're getting spam, you simply click on, select the email that you want, and make it go into your junk mail. But if you want clean up a conversation, you can clean up the conversation. You want to clean up the folder, you can clean up the folder. This is to make sure that there's no redundant conversations in that folder. So you can select the one you want, which would be best for you. Any questions so far?
Danny, does it use the subject line to choose to ignore?
Yes.
Okay. So people have to be really specific, not to ask a different question in that same subject line, right? Because you hit, it's going to your delete button.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when they reply, they're all talking about the barbecue. Unless something comes up with the barbecue that they may put a different subject, then they'll be able to go around that because it's a different subject. It's just taking a conversation. Okay. So let's get back to our PowerPoint presentation. Okay. So ignoring, archiving, email cleanup. Discuss that. So now we're going to go to schedules and meeting and reoccurrences. Now this one's fun because we do it all the time at Mosaic. And we always call the help desk for this one. Now let's go back to our Outlook. Now we're going to locate the calendar at the bottom left-hand corner. Click on calendar. Okay. So we're just going to remove all of this. And I'm just going to have my calendar. This is what you would see. Now, we're going to go ahead and say, now if you look at the top here, you have different views of the calendar. So you have 7 days, or you have work week, which is Monday to Friday, or you have the entire week, or the next 7 days, or schedule view. Now, we're going to talk about all of these. Now, a few things to keep in mind. When you're sharing your calendar, when you click on permissions, make sure that free and busy time are only selected. From what I've seen some users click on full details, which would mean everybody will see what exactly you're doing, all the details of your email, of your calendar. Something you might not want to show if you're a VP or a director or somebody that wants to keep things confidential about your meetings. You don't want to put full detail, just free or busy. That's all people really need to know, whether you're free or busy. I would keep it down. You can also archive your calendar if you like as well. So